Ribs are used to generate thin-walled support structures that are popular in both plastic part design, as well as cast, forged, and welded structures. The rib feature is a sketch-based feature that requires sketching elements to be created in advance of using it. There are also two direction choices when designing a rib, parallel or normal to the sketching plane. This is important to consider before setting up the location of the sketch that drives the rib. First, make sure you have a sketch plane to work on. In our case, I have offset the top of the part down by 5 millimeters. Second, create a sketch that represents the center line of the rib on this new plane. The sketch does not have to connect to the edges of the model like most regular extrusions. This helps if you have tapered walls like you see here that have a draft angle. Elements can be lines, circles, arcs, splines, and any other sketching element. Let's go ahead and engage the rib feature. There are several ways of selecting sketch profiles, either by picking the appropriate sketch entities on the screen or by selecting a window. Finally, my favorite option is to select it directly from the feature tree. Next, let's set the part involved for the scope of the operation, set the width for the thickness, and now choose the direction. In this case, we want the rib to extrude down into the part normal to the sketching plane, much like a regular extrusion works. We also have the option to extend the center lines automatically that intersect with any wall it encounters. Uncheck the Merge checkbox if you wish for the rib to be created as a separate part body. In the second type of rib that you encounter, you will notice that you can use the Parallel to Sketch option. This makes it easy to add strengthening ribs to walls that are common in plastic and cast parts with drafted walls. Create a sketch on a plane that intersects the walls that you want the rib to intersect with. You can optionally add relations to the walls so that your design intent is preserved if changes occur to the design later. In this case, adding relations to the walls directly and the corners directly. Let's go ahead and choose the rib tool again. In this case, selecting our profile, selecting the part scope, making sure the thickness is set correctly, but most importantly, choosing Parallel to Sketch Plane as the choice.